Right. Just have a bit of hush, please. I'd just like to say a few thank yous. Most of all, I'd like to thank you all very much for coming to Hawes once again. It's a great pleasure to see you all, and we appreciate you coming very much. And hope, along with some sheep, we take back a drop of rain as well down south to help you out. So I'd like to thank the sponsors today. I'd also like to thank Gimmer Mule and James Towler for doing the honours, judging a very strong class this morning. Thanks to them. And I'd like to congratulate John and the Lord family for winning a very, very strong class this morning. And I'm going to hand over to Hannah to Hannah Forsyth to present the grandfather's trophy.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm just going to say a few words. In this week, in these times of uncertainty and in this week of unprecedented change, it's really good to see long-standing tradition being upheld like we do see today. I'm really pleased to be here today representing the family, representing my grandfather. Thank you all for your continued support with Hawes Mart and the breed as well. It gives me great pleasure to present today's prize to Mrs. Lords. Congratulations.
Right, then here we are then, 10 great lambs here right away from Messrs. Lordy. First prize, champion lamb this morning in a very, very strong class. Then the pen of right sheep. Pen of right sheep this time, how much for Lord? Anybody's out anywhere, a quarter £300 for them. Couple of hundred, £400 bean. £400 by the £400 by the £400 by the £400 by the £400. At £400 bean. At £400 by the 420, 50, 80, 500, 520, 50, 80, 600, 20, 50, 650, give me the time, 650, 80, 700, is that right? £700 bean. £700, anybody else out while we're waiting? A £700 bean. A £700 if you like, have a £700, anybody else have a £700. I'll take another 20. A £700 bean. A £700 if you like, have a £700, but I'm going to sell them at £700. I'll take a tenner. A £700 bean. A £700 if you like, have a £700, but I'm going to sell them at £700. Anybody else have a £700? Give me interest. Right, here we are then, same again. A great pen of lambs, isn't it? Then again. Right, then here we are this time. 10 of them, 10 lambs again. How much for all? Anybody's out than a £200? £200 better, £200 better, £200 better, £200. A £200 better, £200, a £200, £200 better. £200 better, £200. Anybody else have a £200 better? £200, £200. I'll take a tenner. £200 mate. I'll take 10 to get on. £200 mate. £200 better. £200 if you like. Have a £200 better. I'll take 10 to move them. A £200 mate. A £200 better. A £200 if 10, 20, 220. Another barrel. £220 better. A £220 better. £220. Anybody else have a £220? £220 better, £220. Anybody else have? Give me winter. Ten of them. 15 to follow. 15 of them this time. A pen of good shape and all. How much for all? Anybody? £200 and 150 for them. 120 better. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 180 bean. 180 about £180. Anybody else have 180 bean? At 180 bean. At 180 about 190, 200. Take a fiver. £200 bean. I'll take 5 if you like it. 200 bean. £200, mate. At £200, it can I shop at £200, but I'm going to sell them at £200. Give me winter, 15 of them. 30 to follow. 30 of them this time, Grandlands again. How much for all? Anybody's down and 120 for them. £100 and bang. £100, about £100, but I'll take a 5 or a 5, 5 at 105. 1 5 8. At 1 5 at 110. 15. 115. At 115 by 18. 20. 2. 5. 125. Penny and I save at 125. Wood shear in knackers. 125. 125 at 125 at 125. 8. 128. 128. 128 about £128. Anybody else up? 128 about £128. Anybody else up? 30. 130 bang. 130 bang. 130 about £130. Anybody else up? I'm going to tell them at £130. The yardley. For 30. 30 of them. 28 to follow. 28 of them this time. How much for all? Anybody down than 105 bang? 1 8. 1 8 bang. 10. 12. 15. 18. 20. 120 bang. All out here. 120 bang. 120 bang. £120 about 120 bang. 120 bang. 120 about 102. 5. 125. 8. 128. 128 about 128 bang. At 128 about £128. Anybody else have at £128? Nunnery number 2. Nunnery 2. 28 of them. 30 to follow. 30 of them this time and 105 bang. At 110. 110 bang. 110 about 12. 15. 18. 118 bang. 118 about £118. Anybody else have at 118? At 118. At 118. 20. 120 bang. 120 bang. 120 about £120. Anybody else have £120? John Gent. 2. John Gent. 2 for 30. 28 to follow. 28 of them this time. How much for all? Anybody's down for them? Anybody's down this time and £100 made 5. 10. 110 made. 110 made 12. 15. 18. 20. 120 made. 2. 1 5. Is that right? 5. 125. 125. Get out in the middle. Hey, bidding. You bidding? You bidding? Hey, 128. 128. 128. About £128. Anybody else up? 128. Anybody else? 30. 130 bang. 130 about £130. Anybody else have £130? Peter Hetherington. 2. Peter Hetherington number 2 for 28 of them. 28. 25. 25 of them this time. 25 altogether this time. How much for all? Anybody's down for 105 bang. 1 5 bang. 105. How about a 1 5? How about 105 bang? 8. 1 8 bang. 1 8 bang. 1 8 about 108 bang. About 108 bang. Hey, bidding. 1 8 bang. All out here. 108. 10. 12. 112 bang. 112 about 112. Anybody else out? 112. Anybody else out? Got to sell him at £112. The Gardner. Gardner for 25 of them. 25. 25 again. 25 of them just run off the air this time and 105 bang. At 1.5, just run off at 105 main. At 1.5 main. 1.5 at 105 pound, about 105 8. 1.8 main. 1.8 main. 10. 1.10. 110 mate. 110 mate, 110 pound about a time at 110 mate. At 110 mate. At 110 mate, 110 pound. Anybody else up? 110 mate, gonna turn anybody else up at 110 pound. The next up, give it on sale for 25 a month. 25. 24 to follow. 24 of them this time. Grand Lambs again, 100 pound mate. 100 pound, about 100, about 100 pound, about 100 pound, about 100 pound mate. 100 pound mate. At 100 mate. At 100 pound, it can eyes up 100 pound. Anybody else two? 1 2 mate. 1 2. 102 mate. 1 2 mate. Not outsold 102 mate. 4 6. 106 mate. Anybody else? 1 6 mate. Not outsold 106 mate. 1 6 mate. 1 6 mate. Anybody else up 106 pound? 8 10. 110 mate. Another battle. 110 mate. At 110 mate. At 110 pound. Anybody else up? 110. Anybody else up? 110 pound. Peace Court. The Peace Court. Peace Court. All right, gentlemen. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. All right, gentlemen. Now that here we are this time, right away from Alan Lodge and Gary this time. 10 of them. Right away off Mallamua this time. 10% on this pen. I got a pen on them and all right away from Alan and Gary here. How much for all? Anybody's down than a £200 for them. 140 men. 140 about 140 pound, about 140 men. 16, 16, 160, 70, 80, 90, 200, 200 pound men. A 200 pound 10, 20, 220 men. 220 about 220 pound, about 220 men. Get out here. Take a 5, 5, 230, 230 men. 230 about 230 pound. Anybody else have a 230 men? A 230 men all out here. A 230 men. A 230 about 230 pound. Anybody else have a 230 pound? All. Yeah. 10 of them. Twelve of them this time. 12 Grand Lambs again. How much per door? Anybody's down for them? 120 men. 120 about 120 pound, about 120 men. 125. 125. 13. 5. 14. 5. 15. 5. 16. 10%. 5. 170. 170 men. 170 men. 170 about 105. 80. 180 men. 180 about 180 pound, about a little battle if you like it, 180 pound. 180 men. 180 about 180 pound. Anybody else have 180 pound? Alan, call it 1. Call it 1. 12 of them. $12 again. Grand Lambs again this time. How much for all? Anybody down for them? Wheel them on. Anybody down this time at 120 men. At 120 about 120 pound, at 125. 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5. 155 men. 60. 160 men. 160 about 160 pound. Anybody else have? What? I have it. 160 men. At 160 about 160 pound. Anybody else have? You're all out here. 165. 70. 170. Another battle. 170 about 170 pound. Battle going on at 170 men. At 170 about 170 pound. Anybody else have? The Foster. The 12 of them. 12. 15 to follow. 15 of them, Grand Lambs again this time at 110 mate. At 110 mate. 15, 25, 35, 135, 135 at 135 at 145, 145, 145 at 145, everybody else have at 14, 50, 158, 5, 60, 5, 70, 170, what do you think? 170, 170 at 170 pound, anybody else up? At 170 at 170 pound, out in the doorway. 170 at 170 pound. The Foster, 15 of them. $18 of them. 18 altogether this time at 110 men. 15, 115, 20, 5, 13, 5, 125, 14, 140 about 140 pound, get out here now. 140 about 5, 15, 5, 60, 160 about, another battle. 160 about, 160 about 160 pound, anybody else up? 160 about 160 pound, anybody else have 160 pound? Adam Lawson. $20 of them, Grand Lambs again. Grand Lambs again this time, then 110 men. 15, 20, 5, 125, 125 at 13, 5, 135, 8, 138, 138 at 138, anybody else have? At 138, if any night 14, 140 men. 140 about 140 pound, anybody else have? 2, 142, 142, 142 about 142 pound, anybody else have at 142 pound? At 142, I will call it 3. Alan Collett, 3. 20 of them. 20 again. 20 altogether this time. I would put all anybody's down this time at 115 men. 115. At 115 about 115 pound. Anybody else have at 115 men? At 115. 20, 5, 30, 5, 135, 40, 140 men. 140 men, I'll take 2 if you like it, 142, 142, 142, 142, about 142 pound, anybody else have at 142, Alan Collett, number 3, Alan Collett, 3, the 20 of them, 20, 20 again. 20 again this time. Anybody down at 110 men? And a well-made shape at 110 men. 110 men at 15, 20, 120 men. 5, 125, 125 at 125 at 125 men. 30, 2, 132, 132 about 132 pound all out at 132, 135, 8, 138, 138, about 138 pound. Anybody else have at 138? Adam Lawson for 20. $25 of them this time. 25 of them this time. Grand Lambs again this time, and 105 pound. 10, 15, 115, 20, 5, 13, 150 pound. 150 pound, 150 pound, about 150 pound. 150 pound. At 150 pound. At 150 pound. 2 if you like. At 150 pound. 150 pound, 150 pound. Anybody else at 2? 152, 5, 155, 155 at 155. Anybody else have at 135? Peter Hetherington, number 2. For 25 of them. 25. 25 again. 25 again. How much for all? Anybody then 110 men? At 110 men. At 110 men. I'm at 110 pounds at 110 men. 12. 112 men. 112 men. 112 men. I'm at 112 men at 15. 118. 20. 120 men. 2. 5. 8. 128. All out in here. 128. 128, about 128 pound. Anybody else? 128. 128. Anybody else have 128 pounds? Read the Hetherington 2. 25 of them. 22. 22 of them. Keep the other way clear. 22 of them this time. How much for all? Anybody's down then 110 men. 110 men. 110 men. I'll come at 110 men. 110 men. 110 men. 12. 112 men. 112 men. 15. 18. 20. 120 men. 120 men. 120 pounds. 2. 5. 8. 30. 150 men. 150 men. 150 pound, 150 pound. Anybody else? 150 pound, about 150 pound. Harris, Cornwall. Harris, Cornwall. For 22 of them. 22. 20 again. 20 again this time. How much for all? Anybody's down for them? 105 men. 105. About 105. About 105 men. 115. 115, 20, is it? 115, you it? 115, 115 pound, you it? 115, you're out yonder. 18, is that right? 118, 118, 118, you it? 20, 2, 5, 125, all out here. 125 out in the dark, 125. 125, everybody else, I'm going to sell him at 125. The Yardley. 20 of them. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gary. Yeah. Ten of them this time, right away from Ian Gornell this time. Ian Gornell this time, right out of dent there, right out the top of dent. 75, 25, anybody down than 120 men. 120 by 125, 5, 125, 125, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 150 men, 5, 60, 5, 70, 5. Don't worry, we'll get him in a minute. 180 men, 90, 200 pounds. 200 pounds, about 200 pounds, about 210, 20, 30, 40, 240 men, 240 about 240 pounds. Anybody else have a 240 men? All out here, 240 men, 240 about 240 pounds. Anybody else have? I'll take a fiver, a 240 men, a 240 about 240 pounds. Anybody else have a 240 pounds on the top? Lord, Mr. Lock, thank you. Lock, the time.
York, I think.
Right. From York. Right. Right, and here we are this time then. 20 of them. 20 good lambs again this time. Anybody down than 110 men. At 110 men. At 110. At 110 men. At 110 men. 115. 20. 5. 30. 5. 155. 155 at 175 pound. Anybody else have at 135? Take a listen. 155. 135 at 135. Anybody else have at 135? At 135 at 135. Anybody else have at 135 pound? The Middleton. No. All three. That's right. Yes. The all three. All three, Jesus. 20 of them again. 20 good lambs again this time. How much for all? Anybody's down about 105 bait. At 1.5 bait. At 105, I'm at 1.5, I'm at 105 bait. At 1.5 bait. At 105, 8, 108, 108, all out, 10, 110 mate. At 110 mate. At 112, 112 mate. 112 about 112 pound. Anybody at 15? 115. At 115 about 115 pound. Anybody else have at 115 pound? John Barker, 2. John Barker, number 2 for 20 of them. 20. 24 this time. 24 of them this time. Lambs again. Anybody down this time and 112 about 100 pound mate. 100 pound mate. 5, 10. 110 mate. 12. 112 mate. 112 mate. About 112, 15. 18. 118. 118 mate. Tonight up 118 mate. And 118 mate. Tonight up 118 pound. Anybody else have it? Anybody? 20. 120 mate. 120 about 120 pound. Anybody else have 120 pound? The fellows. Number 1. Fellows are number 1 for 24 of them. 24. 20 of them this time. 20 altogether this time and 100 pound mate. 100 pound about 100 about 100 pound about 2. 1, 2. 102. 102 pound about 102 pound. Anybody else have? 4. 1, 4. 6. 1, 6. 8. 10. 110 mate. All out here. 110 mate. 110 mate. About 112. 112 mate. 14. 114. 114 about 114 pound. Anybody else have a 114? Metcalf belongs there. 20 of them. $44 of them. 44 of them this time. Anybody's down for them? 85 for them. 80 pound mate. 2, 5, 8, 90, 2, 5, 8, 100, 2, 1, 2 mate. 1, 2, 5, 8, 108 mate. 1, 8 about 108 pound mate. At 1, 8 mate. At 1, 8 about 108 pound. Anybody else have 108 mate? Out in the doorway at 1, 8 mate. 1, 8 about 108 pound. Anybody else have? I gotta tell them. 1, 8 about anybody else have at 110. 110. 110 mate. At 110 about 110 pound. Anybody else have? Metcalf, belongs there. For 44 of them. 44. 21. 21 of them this time. 21 this time and a 90 pound mate. 90 pound mate. A 90 pound about 90 pound. Anybody else have it? 90 mate. A 90 pound mate. A 90 pound if you like have a 90 pound. Anybody else have it? 90 mate. 90 pound mate. A 90 pound mate. A 90 pound if you like have a 90 pound. Anybody else have it? 90 mate. 90 pound mate. A 90 pound if you like have a 90 pound. I'm going to tell them at 90 pound. Michael Barker. 1. Michael Barker. 1 for 21 of them. 21. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right away from John Bland, there you 10 of them. Right away from John Bland. And a pen of good shape here this time. How much for all? Anybody down this time? And 120 for them. 100 pound mate. £100 about £100 about £100 about £100 about I'll take a five out of anybody. At £100 mate. At 100 bed 5. 1 5. 105. 10. 110 mate. 110 mate. 110 about £110 about 110 mate. 110 mate not hard sold. 110 mate 12. 112 mate. 112 about 112 mate. Evening. 112. Evening enough. 112 mate. 112 about £112. Anybody else up? At 112 about 15. 115. At 115 about £115. Anybody 18. 118. 118 mate. The line's up 118 mate. At 118. Anybody else up? £118. The Wildman. 10 of them. Wildman for 10. 10 again. 10 altogether this time. Anybody down then? £100 for him. £100 for him anywhere. Then a £90 mate. 2, 5, 95 mate. £95. Anybody else up at 95? Anybody else up at 95 mate? At 95 mate. At 95 mate. At 98. Even 100. £100 mate. 2. 1 2 mate. 1 or 2. About £102. About £102 mate. 1 2 mate. Get out up yonder at 102 mate. 5. 8. He did. 1 5 mate. 105. 105. I better 1 5. Anybody else? I'm going to sell him at 105. I will call it number 2. I will call it 2. The 10 of them. 20 to follow. 20 of them this time. Same again. I want the road. Anybody down then 85 men. 85 pound about 5 85 pound about 5 85 men. 85 men. At 85 pound. Anybody else up at it? 88. 88 men. 90. 2. 5. 95 men. Another battle. 95 men. 95. All out in here. At 95 men. At 95 pound. Anybody else up at 95 men? I'm going to sell them. At 98. 98 men. 98 men. 98 pound. Anybody else up? At 98 pound. Anybody else up? At 98 pound. About 98 pound. Richard Haynes. 5. Richard Haynes, number 5. $18. John again. 18 of them this time. Anybody down than a £90 for him? £90 for him. 82 baby. 82 pound battle top of 82 pound battle top of 82 baby. 82 baby. 4. 84 baby. 86. 88. 90 pound. 90 pound baby. At 90 pound if you like up at 90 pound. Anybody else have at 90 baby. 90 pound baby. 2. 94. Second on. 94 baby. 94 pound. Anybody else have at 94 pound? But I'm going to sell them at 94 pound. Ian Lancaster, 2. That's Ian Lancaster, number 2. For 18. Thank you, John. Thank you. 10 of them this time, right away from David Brown and Tim this time. 10 of them here. Right out of Coverdale this time.
Done we everything?
Done we all the lot this time, a pen and knife hands and all. How much for all? Anybody's out then? 10% look. How much for all? Anybody's down then? 150 for them. 120 men. 120 by 105. 125. 125 by 170. 5. 40. 5. 145. 15. 5. 60. 160 men. 160 by 160 pound. Anybody else have 160 men? I'll take a little and 2. 162. 162. 162 about 162 pound. Anybody else have? 162 about anybody else have? Gonna sell them at 162 pound. Roger Carter. Ten of them.
10 again.
10 again. 10 again this time. How much for all? Anybody down bottom? £100 mate. £100 out, £100, £100 5, about 105, 10, 15, 20, 125, 13, 130, 5, 155, all out here, 155, 155 at 8, 140, 2, 5, 8, 50, 5, 60, 160 ben, 160 about £160, anybody else up? 160 about £160, anybody else up? The watch, that's right in it. The watch, same as before in it. Yeah.
12 now round.
12 again. 12 again this time, and 110 men. 110 men. 110 men, 110 men, 110 men. 15, 115, 115, 18, 20, 5, 13, 130 men, 130 men, 2, 132, 132, about 132 men, 132, anybody else have I got 5, 135, 135, 135, about 135, anybody else have 135, on the top. Sorry. And now that's another Mr. Haynes. Now that's Mr. Haynes.
PJ.
Sorry?
PJ.
PJ. That's Mr. Haynes, PJ.
Bought up the last 2 years.
PJ Haynes. Different one. 20 of them. 20 altogether this time. How much for all? Anybody down then 105 men? 15 men. 15 men. I've had 105 men. I've had 105. 15 men. 10. 110 men. 110 men. 110 pound men. 112 men. 15. 18. 20. 2. 5. 125. 125 at 125 men. 125 at 125. Anybody else have it? 8. 128. 13. 2. 5. 8. 138. 138 at 138 pound. Anybody else have? Stand by it. Mr. Haynes, PJ. For 20 of them. 20. 25 again. 25 of them this time. 25 this time. How much for all? Anybody's down for them? 110 men. 110 men. At 110 pound. At 110 men. At 110 men. At 110 men. At 110. Anybody else up? 12, 15, 18, 118, 118, 118 at 118, 20, 2, 122, 122 about 122 about 122 about 100, all out in front, 5, 8, 13, 2, 132, 132 about 132 pound. Anybody else have at 132? Mr. Cook, 132, 25 of them.
He's the biggest.
25. 25 again. Anybody down this down then 110 men. 110 men. 110 men at 110 pound at 110 men. 110 men. At 110. At 110 men at 110 pound at 110 men. 110 men. 110 men 112. 112. All out in here. 112 men. 112 at 112. Anybody else up? 112. Anybody else up at 112 pounds? The hands. PJ. The hands. PJ for 25. 30 to follow. 30 of them this time. Good lambs again. Run lambs again. Wheel them on this time. How much for all? Anybody down then 105 men. 15 men. At 105. How about 105? How about 105 men? At 15 men. At 105. 8. 108, 108 Ben, 18 Ben, 18 bet 108 pound. Anybody else have? 18 bet, anybody? 18 Ben, 18 bet 108 pound. Like anybody else have 108 pound? Danny Branston, 3. Danny Branston, number 3 for 30 of them, 30. Not long. Yeah, please, aye. Right, then we're 30 of them this time again. 30 this time, how much for all? Anybody's down for them? 30 of them this time, anybody's down this time, and £100 main. £100, about £100, about £100, but I'll take a fiver of anybody. £100 main. At £100, about 105. 105 main. At 105, about 15. Anybody else have 105 main? At 15 main. At 105, about 105. Anybody else have £105? Stanbridge. For 30. Yeah. How many? 25 again. 25 this time. Anybody's down for them? £100 main. £100, about £100, about £100, about £100, about 102. 5, 8, 10, 12. 112. 112 main. 15, 18. 118. 118, about 118. Anybody else have? 20. 120 main. 2, 5, 8. 128. All out here. 128 at £128. Anybody else have £128? The cook, 25 of them. The cook, the 25 of them. 30 of them this time. 30 altogether this time. Anybody 105 men? 1-5. 105. About 1-5 at 105 men. At 1-5 men. At 105, about 105. Anybody else have 105 men? At 1-5 men. At 105, at 105. Anybody else have 105 men? At 1-5 at 105. 1-5 at 105. Anybody else have at 105? £90 main. 2. 92 main. 92 main. 5, 8, 100. £100 main. £100 at £100. Anybody else have at 100 main? £100 main. There's 2 to get on. £100 main. At £100, if you like, have £100, but I'm going to sell him at 100 main. At £100, anybody else have a £100, but I'm going to sell him at £100. Treadwell. 2, number 2. Treadwell 2 for 30. $34, Steve. 34 of them. 34 this time. Anybody's down, then a £90 for them. Main. £90 main. A £90 medal, £90 medal, 2 of it, 2. 92 main. 92 main. 94. 94 main. All out here. 94 main. 94 main. £94. Anybody else have a 94 medal? Going to sell them at £94. All out in front. At £94. Anybody else have? I'm going to sell them at £94. Treadwell. Number 2. Treadwell 2. 34 of them.
These 2 pens are off top farm.
These 2 pens are off the top farm this time. Late born this time off the top farm here. 36 of them. 36 this time. How much for all? Anybody down than a £90 for them? 77 main. £77 medal, 77 medal, 77 main. 77 main. 77 main. 77 8. 9. £80. £80 main. £80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. £90 main. At £90 main. 1. 91 main. 2. 92 main. £92, anybody? Evening. 92, Ben. £92, anybody else have a £92, but I've got to sell them at £92. Ian Lancaster, number 2. Ian Lancaster, 2. For 36 of them. Pen and I thumbs again. 35. 35 of them. 35 of them this time. Anybody's out then at 85 of them. 77, mate. £77, better, some better, £77, better, some better, 77, 8, 9, 79, £80, 1, 2, 82, mate. £82, anybody else up at £82, better, £82, 82, mate. £82, anybody? 3, 4, 84, mate. £84, anybody else up at £84, better, gonna sell them at £84, in click. Thank you very much. Thank you. In click for 35. 35. Down over this time, right away from Thomas Todd. Right out of Gastel this time, right away from Thomas Todd here. 10 and 900 all this time, and 110 for him. £100, mate. £100, about 105, about a 10, about 110. 12, 15, 18, 20, 5, 125, 125 at 125 at 125, mate. 125, 8, 128, 128, 128 at 128, mate. 128, 128, 13, 150, mate. He did it. He did it. 2, 132, 132 about 152 pound. Anybody else up? 132 about 152 pound. Anybody else up? Yeah, you man are you? Taylor, Mr. Taylor, you, Mr. Taylor. $15 of them, same home again. Anybody's out this time, then £100 for them. £100 for them, made. £100 made. £100 about a 2, about a 1, 2, about a 5, 8, 10, 12, 112 made. Another battle. 112 made. 112 made all out here. 112 made. 112 made. 112 made. About 112. Anybody else have? 112 made. 112 pound. Anybody else have? 112 pound. Nigel Haynes, number 1. Nigel Haynes, number 1. For 15 of them. 15. What do you say? 20 this time. 20 this time. Anybody's down for £100 for them. £90 mate. £90 better, 90 better, £90 better, £90. £90 mate. £90 if you like, have £90. Anybody else have it? £90 mate. £90 mate. £90 mate. £90 if you like, have £90 better, take 2 to get on. At £90 mate. £90 if you like, have £90. £90 mate. Anybody else have it? £90. John Barker, 2. 20 of them. $19 again. 19 of them this time. How much for all? Anybody down for them? £90 for them. £80 mate. £80 out of 80, out of £80 out of £80. At £80 mate. £80 mate. 2, 4, 6, 8. 88 mate. £88. Anybody else have it? £88 at double 8. 88 mate. Second of them. 88 mate. £88. Anybody else have it? £88. But I'm gonna sell them at £88. Come back a number 2. Come back a 2 for 19. You come on. Yeah. Now here we are this time. 16 of them right away from Robert Raw this time. Right away from Robert Roy. How much for all? Anybody down at £100 for him? £90 mate. A £90 medal, £90 medal, £90. £90 mate. A £90 if you like up at £90. Anybody else have at 90 mate? £90 mate. A £90 if you like still. 4, 6, 8, 98 mate. 98 mate. A £98, anybody else have a £98, but I'm going to sell them at 98 mate all out in front. A £98, anybody else have a going to sell them at £98, anybody else have a £98 there. And honorary number 3. Honorary 3. Well, Bob. 12 altogether this time. Anybody's down for them. £90 for them. 84 men. 6. 86 men. 8. £90. 2. 5. 95 men. 95. 8. 98. 100. £100 men. £100 if you like up £100 better 2. 1 2 men. 102 to better 1 2 to better 104. 104 men. 104 better £104. John back at 2. For 12 of them. 12 again. 12 again this time. Anybody's down for them. £80 men. £80 madam, £80 madam, £80 madam, £80 men. £80 men. At £80 if you like up at £80. Anybody else have at 80 men? £80 men. £80 if you like up at £80. Anybody else have at £80? But I'm going to sell them. At £80, anybody else have? I'm going to sell them at £80. 2. 82 men. Second on. 82 men. 82 men. 3. 4. 84 men. £84 if you like up at £84. Anybody else have at £84? Can we sell them? £84. Anybody else have at £84? Better £84. Sell if you can. £84. The Shaw. Shaw. Well, 10 of them this time. 10 all together this time, right away from Radle Grange here. Right away from Radle Grange here this time. In a nice shape. How much for all? Anybody's down this time? And 120 for them. £100 mate. £100 about £100 about £100 about £100 about 105. 10. 15. 20. 120 mate. 120 about 120 about 120 mate. 120 bed all out in front. 2, 5, 125, 8, 128, another battle. 30, 130 men. 130 about 130 pound. Anybody else have 130 men? And 130 about 130 pound, but I'm going to tell him you're all out in front. 130 about 102, 132, 132, 132 about 132 pound. Anybody else? 5. 135, 135 at 135. Anybody else have a 135? Call in it before, in it, yeah. The call is before. 10 of them. 15 altogether. 15 of them this time. Anybody's out then? £100 for them. Bid. £100 bid. £100 about 100 about £100 about. I'll take 2 to get on. 2, 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 2, 122, 5, 8, 118, 128, 128, about £128. Anybody else have it? 128. Get out there, you didn't. 128, 128, about £128. Anybody else have? Read the Hetherington, 2. 30 to follow. 10 and 8 and all this time. Anybody £100 for them? £100 for them. 95 Baden. 95 pound about 95 pound about 95 Baden. 95 Baden. At 95 pound it, you're up at 95, everybody else up, you're all out here. 95 Baden. 95 Baden. 800. 100 pound. 2. 1 2 Baden. 1 2 bet all out here. 102 Baden. 1 or 2 to about 102 pound. Anybody else up at 102 pound? John Barker number 2. John Barker 2 for 30. How many, Steve? Sorry? 21. 21 of them this time. 21 altogether. How much for all anybody charge for them? 90 pound Baden. A 90 pound barrel, 90 barrel, 90 pound 2 to about 92 pound. 92 Baden. 92 Baden. A 92 pound if you like up a 92 pound. Anybody else have at 92 Baden? A 92 Baden. Not at 4. 6. 96 Baden. Another barrel. 8. 100. 100 pound Baden. 100 Baden. 100 pound if you like up a 100 pound barrel going on at 100 Baden. At 100 pound. Anybody else have at 100 pound? Sandbridge. Sandbridge for 21 of them. 17 of them. 17 altogether this time. Anybody's out then at 95 Baden. 95 Baden. Stronglands and all at 95 Baden. 95 Baden. A 95 pound barrel, 95. Anybody else have at 95? A 95 Baden. A 95 pound if you like up at 95. Anybody at 8? 98 Baden. Not hard sold. At 98 Baden. At 98 pound. Anybody else have at 98 pound? 98 Baden. A 98 pound if you like up at 98 pound. Anybody else have a gonna sell them at 98 pound? Percy Bowman 2. Percy Bowman number 2 for 17. 27 this time. 27 altogether. How much for all? Anybody's down for them? Anybody's down? Then a 85 and a 77 Baden. 77 Baden. 77 pound about 77 pound about 77. 77 Baden. 77 Baden. 77 pound if you like up at 77. Anybody else have at 77? 77 Baden. 77 pound if you like. Anybody else have at 77 pound? 77 pound about 77. 77 Baden. 77 pound. Anybody else have at 77 pound? No go. Far away. 77 not. 8. 78 Baden. 78 pound if you like up at 78 pound. I don't know the barrels have at 78. Hey? No go. With 80 Baden. Oh, I've been in now, is it? 79 Baden. 79 pound about 79 about 79. 80 pound. 80 pound about 80 pound about 1. 81 Baden. 81 pound. Anybody else have at 81 pound about 81 pound? 2. 83. 4. 84 Baden. Anybody else have at 84 pound? Up today, sorry. Another pound might buy. 85. Jim Crick, reluctantly. Jim Crick, 27 of them. 27. Thank you. Yeah. 20 of them this time, right away from East Shore. 20 of them this time, right from David Hamilton this time. Right away from East Shore. Pen and items and all, how much for all? Anybody's down for them? Anybody's down this time anywhere? Then 140 for them. 120 then. 20 Baden. 120 about 120 pound about 120 Baden. 5. 30. 5. 135. 135 at 155. Anybody else have? 135. 8. 40. 140 Baden. 140 Baden. You're out in front. At 140 Baden. Out here. 140 Baden. 140 about 140 pound. That'll get 2 to get on. 2. 5. 145. 145 at 145. Anybody else have? 145. Anybody have? 8. 148. 50. 150 bid. 150 about 150 pound. Anybody else out? 150 pound. The Beatty Carlisle for 20 of them. 20. Sorry. 21 of them this time. 21 altogether this time. How much for all and big strong shape and all? 10 made. 110 made. 110 made 112. 15, 18, 20, 2, 5. 125. 125 at 125. 125. 125. All out in here. 128. 128. 128. 128 at 128 pound. 128 at 128 pound. Anybody else have? 128. Anybody else have 128 pound? The Woodward. The Woodward. 21 of them. 20 again. 20 good lambs again this time. How much at all? Anybody down at 105 8? At 158. At 105, about a 15 at about 105 8. 158. 158. 105, about a 18 at 108 pound. 18 men. 18 men. 18 at 118. 12. 112. 112 men. Another barrel. I'll tell you. 112 men. 112, I'll tell you now, 112 mate, 15, 18, 118, 118 mate, 118 pound. Anybody else have it? 118 pound. I will call it number 2. 20 of them. 22 this time. 22 of them, big shape again. How much for all? Anybody's down for them? Anybody's down this time anywhere than 105 men. 15, 105, 15 about 105 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 120 men. 2, 5, 125, 125 at 125 at 125, 125, 125 at 125 8, 128, 128 at 128 pound. Anybody else have a 128? Ian Lancaster number 3. Ian Lancaster 3. 22 of them. 12 again. 12 again this time, same home again. How much for all? Anybody's down then 100 pound for a mid. 100 pound mid. 100 pound about 100 about 100 pound about everybody else. 2, 5, 8, 10, 110 mid. 12, 15, 115 mid. 115 about 115. Anybody else have 18, 118, 118. 118 about 118 pound. Anybody else have a 118? 118. Anybody else have 118? On the top, the Smith. The Smith. 12 of them. 28 to follow. 28 of them this time and 100 pound men. 100 men. 5, 10, 15, 20, 120 men. 120 about 120 pound, about 120 pound. 2, 5, 8, 128, 128 about 128 pound, about 128 men. 128, 128 about 128 pound. Anybody else have? The call. 28 of them. 15 of them this time, right away from Thomas Robinson this time. Out of the best as well there, Yowls right away from Cutler. 15 of them this time. How much for all? Anybody's down for them? 100 pound for them. Bid. £100 made. £100 better, £100 better, £100 better, £100 better, £100 better. Take a fiver anyway. 5. 1 5. 105. 10. Even in 105 made. 1 5 made. 105. How about £105 better, 105 made. 1 5 made all out in here. 105 made. 105. How about 105? Anybody else out? 1 5. 105 better. How about 105? Anybody else out? 105 made. 105 and not out, so 8. 10. 110 made. Not out, sold. 110 made. 110 made. 110 better. About £110. About £110. Dunbridge. 15 of them. 15. 15 again. 15 again this time. How much for all? Anybody down bottom? £100 bottom. £90 made. 2. 92 made. £92 better. £92. Anybody else have it? 92 made. 5. 95 made. 95 made. £95 each tonight up at 95. Anybody else have it? £95. You're all out in here. At 95 made. At £95 each tonight up at £95. Anybody else have it? On his element, £95. £95 better. £95. Dunbridge. Joe Thomas. 20 of them this time. Right, that here we are this time, right away from Mr. Chapstick this time. Right, that here we are this time. How much for all? Anybody down bottom right from Ravensdale? Anybody down then £100 bottom? £100 bottom? £90 made. £90 better, £90 better, £90 better 2. 92 made. 92 made. £92. Anybody else have a £92? 5. 8. 100. 2. 102. 102 to better 5. 15 made. 105 made. 158. 108 made. 18 made. 10. 110 made. 110 better to better £110. Anybody else have it? 110. 110 made. 110 better to better £110. Anybody else have it? £110. The gardener. The gardener for 20 of them. How many? Got it? 30 this time. Right, then we're 30 of them this time. How much for all? Anybody down then a £90 bottom? 82 made. £82 better to better. £82 better to better. 84. 6. 8. £90. £90 made. £90. 80. £90 made. £90 if you like up. £90. 2. 92 made. £92. £92. Anybody else up? £92. I'm going to sell them at 94. 94 made. £94. Anybody else up? I'm going to sell them at £94. In Creek. 30 of them. How many? 35. 35 of them. 35 altogether this time. How much for all? Anybody down for them? 85 for them. 77 made. £77 better, £77 better, 77 made. 8. 9. £80. £80 made. 1. 2. 82 made. £82. Anybody else up at £82? 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 88 made. 9. £90. £90 made. £90 if you like up at £90, but I'm going to sell them at 90. £90. Anybody else up? I'm going to sell them at £90. In Creek. 35 of them. Well, that's concludes the sale. Well, thank you all very much. See you all bright and early tomorrow morning.
Nice to see you, man.
Very good, Trevor. John. No, you can get it,